Hello, you all. Hi, it is Tease. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So, I have somewhat of a mouthful, but it's probably about, I would say, maybe 5 different topics, but it's a mouthful on all, so I'm going to spit it out. The first one is stolen property in America, or America being stolen as a whole. I only got it caught wind or wanted to speak on this because I was watching it, reading a newspaper article or a newspaper magazine, and it was pretty much saying that, the border should be wide open because how can you call yourself having rules and regulations in a stolen country? So pretty much since the country is stolen, then anyone and everyone should be able to come in, and there also should be no rules because, hey, you're on stolen property. And my 2 cents that I wanted to put on that is I basically want to explain and confirm why I basically refer to America as criminal. This is a criminal-built country ran by criminals. So from your presidential, politicians, judicial, like I say, with your judges and legal system and all that, from your top legal entity on down to hell, even the citizens really are all criminals because all participate with the stolen patterns of this country. Okay, for instance, if I have a stolen car, if you have a stolen car, and I argue, well, hey, you should be able to take me to work because the car is stolen. So you can't really say, hey, I should charge you gas money or say no. You see what I'm saying? Since when have stolen property, have you been able to literally continue using stolen property? For instance, if you steal a car, if I steal a car, not only will I be penalized as a felony for stealing the car, but basically everything I do beyond that car will be like several different charges or several different counts, so to speak. Okay, you stole the car, you took 12 people to work, we found it in Texas, and you see what I'm saying? So everything is going to get its own penalty based off exactly what I do with just a stolen vehicle, let alone a stolen country. So the reason why I say it's ran by criminals, because it's with that argument, everyone knows that this country is stolen, but no one has rectified the wrong. Now, when it comes to the American Indians, perhaps they have been rectified because they have their own section. They have, you have the concentration camps. Now, everybody might be strung out on alcohol, or everybody might not be where they want to be, but you know who those people are or who they should be, because there are some counterfeits in there as well. But the moral of the story is, okay, so for the American Indians, or the tribal Indians, these are concentration camps for your people. So you'll have your own police, your own casinos, your own section, your own zone, and whatever it is going on behind those closed doors is, even if it's great or terrible, or even if everyone's on alcohol, that's what's going on in that community. And that was supposed to be, this is the compensation for us stealing your part of the land. You see what I'm saying? That's not, it doesn't end there. Because what about the American niggers? You see what I'm saying? We weren't exactly stolen, because they'll feed us a story like, oh, okay, well, you were brought here due to slavery. So basically, if I believe that lie, okay, so I was human trafficked here, which is not true either, because if we all were boated here from Africa, basically all of the niggers here came from Africa, then why are there still way more Africans in Africa than here? You see what I'm saying? So you only just took some of them from Africa, which is what happened. Only some got taken from Africa, and only some became slaves. So if you tell me that I'm a slave that swam here from Africa, not only is that a lie, but that's human trafficking. And guess what? You haven't rectified that wrong. You see what I'm saying? So basically, if I believe that lie, you human trafficked me here, changed and stole my damn ID, told me that I was American nigger or black or whatever you call me here in America. So I know none of my foreign language. I know not who the hell I am, because I'm not a nigger, you know what I'm saying? But in America, you will know exactly who I'm talking about and know exactly what I'm talking about when I say nigger. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I use the nicknames, because a lot of people will argue, "Oh, you're not that. You're this, or you're Hebrew. You're royalty." But if you put royalty next to nigger, you ask, which one are you more familiar with? Are you more familiar with the proper term, with my real, true identity, or are you more familiar with nigger here in America? Like I said, this is a criminal country, and with me, I've never lived in La La Land, and I've never lived. Basically, I've always lived in reality, no matter how crazy it is. So I just found that interesting how someone wanted to argue that the border should be wide open because the country's stolen anyway. Okay, if the country's stolen, that means there needs to be a reset. Everyone who does not have American dirt under their nails needs to be pushed out. And I'm not talking about you swam here in the 60s and then now you're here to stay because now you're officially a citizen. I mean, basically, if there's nowhere to put you, okay. Now, remember when I said you have the American Indians and then you have the American Negroes. So those are the two groups of people that can argue, hey, this is my country, this is my land. And as I mentioned with the American Indians, they've gotten their cut of the land. Like, okay, well, if you're in this, and that state, or you got this, and that zone, these are your concentration camps or reservation camps. I don't know. I'm calling maybe they are concentration camps, but these are your reservation camps with your trinkets on it, and with your benefits connected to it. And then, but when it comes to the American Negroes, like I say, there have not been any compensation. If anything, we've just been lied to. Okay, well, you were a slave when you came here, and now you're just a fool. And before I continue, again, if I believe that lie, okay, well, I'm just a slave, stolen from Africa, and now I'm just floating around America, wondering where the hell I fit in. And again, if that's true, where is the compensation for human trafficking and identity theft and rape, murder? All basically, there's so many felony counts to where it's the world might blow up, whenever. And I don't even think there's even a proper judge other than me. I don't even think there's a proper judge to handle that case because it's going to be a nasty case here, and then it's going to spill out worldwide. Because again, if I'm brought here, okay, well, I was trafficked here, and it's going to spill out to where I was boated from. And you say it's Africa, so that means this is a global, national, international, federal lawsuit, so to speak. So basically, but what's going on here in America? I believe the lie. Okay, I was stolen from Africa. Okay, let's just say that's true. Okay, I was stolen from Africa full 500 years ago. Okay, but with that being said, instead of starting with I was stolen from Africa, what the hell was I doing before I was a slave, before I was stolen from Africa, before I became Cardi bitch, and before I became too dumb for repair? That's another thing too. They'll tell you, oh, you're stupid, your IQ is low, or all y'all do is trouble, and all y'all want to do is fight and steal and loot. But again, where is the treatment for that though? If that's true, that's all we want to do is fight and steal and kill each other. Where is the treatment? Because I'm sure there's a connection with dirty ass America and our behaviors to this day. But since there's no treatment, there's either A, a lie, or B, that's exactly where you want us. Dumb and drowned in lies. And for me, I don't believe the lies at all. Because again, where's the compensation for being human trafficked and lied to and murder and sexual assault and all that good? Like I say, the counts are through the roof. Which is probably why they can't address it. The only thing they can do with the American niggers is literally bury you under these cities. And that's why when I mentioned you want to help the American niggers dig up these cities and properly bury these bodies that y'all have under these train tracks and under these cities. That's another thing too. A lot of people, oh, this is my country. Don't even speak English. Got a thick accent. My country, my country. No, the fuck is not your country. So you got these people who don't speak proper English and they swim here for a better life, and then now they're convinced this is their country. But again, if you dig up this country, you're gonna see my people improperly buried and improperly disposed of. So again, if you have your Mexicans, you have your Indians, you have your others, you have your Italians, Jews or whatever that are here in America, they can be sent back, and your Asians too, and that's going to be a whole nother video. They can be sent back from which they came. Even the American Indians, you can get sent back to those reservation camps. But for the American niggers, there's nowhere to send you, but to an early grave or but under these cities. You see what I'm saying? So they don't plan on righting the wrong. You see what I'm saying? They don't plan on fixing it because that means they have to become your footstool, so to speak. And they say before that happens, we'll just blow the world up, and then they're gonna hide in Mars or on the moon or something while people here on Earth destroy themselves. So, with that being said, if we don't plan on righting the wrong, then that means there will be some type of bloodshed, because it's like there's no rectification for the wrong. And like I say, there's only so long that you can do wrong before it blows up in your face. And which is explain why there's this new era coming in. You have a new era of, basically you have Chinese or Asians coming in to work against you, and then you have these AI coming in to work against you, because the previous slave owner or the previous slave master, they're going out of business. So the pink people, as you know them, and if you ever wonder why are all these damn immigrants coming in, whether they're criminals or not, and why are all these people coming in? They're coming in to replace the slave master. And really to replace you as well, but you have to have someone to fill in those gaps for the people who are whose numbers are low. So like I say, your original, like your Queen Elizabeths, they're basically slim to none. Those numbers. I'm talking about the real pink people. I'm not talking about the imposters. I'm not talking about these pink-looking Mexicans. They were, they call themselves white, but you're eating salsa. I'm not talking about people who appear to be pink, because there's a lot of people who appear to be pink, and there's a lot of people who appear to not be pink, and you're not. That's called a counterfeit. So the counterfeits are coming in to fill in those empty gaps, and then they're coming in to push you out. So that's what I'm saying. There's a whole new sector coming in. Got a new set of niggers coming in, a new set of pink devils coming in. And like I say, these Asians, that's another one. That's a whole other video, because I got a whole other mouthful for that. But you have these killer Asians coming in too. And that's why I'm saying, I don't want, that's why I'm like these people really are planning on going out with a bang, They don't even want to give you the fake trinkets, and the fake trinkets are the money, which can easily go out of business, because that's what's happening. Oh, the dollar's going to lose its value, and then we're just going to go to Bitcoin, or we're just going to go to electronic money. But they don't want you to have the bones from their holiday feast. So basically, they don't want you to have nothing but a toe tag. Or maybe you can feed the system through the prison system. Maybe you want to, you want to be somebody. You can be a prisoner, or you can be a corpse. That's about it. Because when it comes to criminal America, that's all they have for the American niggers. A corpse, a toe tag, or a prison sentence. That's it. As far as compensation. Because they can't say, well, we give you food stamps. And no, but everybody else is getting food stamps. You ask me for food stamps, I probably won't qualify. But everybody else will. You see what I'm saying? So you can't say that, I'm on welfare, because half the time we don't even qualify. No matter how bad we need it. Or no matter how bad it's supposed to be for us. Everybody else seems to get it with no problem except us. So how is it that's for me, but I'm the only one that don't have it, but yet you ask who's on welfare, you're going to point to me. Well, that's funny, because I didn't even fucking qualify. But anyway, yeah, I just thought that was interesting how they argue. But like I say again, in stolen, raggedy-ass, trashy-ass America, since when is it okay to walk around and run around with stolen trinkets? Unless you are a part of that criminal plan, so to speak. It's okay because everyone are criminals. From your top dog legal officials on down to your nobodies in these neighborhoods. Regular citizen folk. Everybody participates in the crimes of America. You have these same criminals sitting on that bench telling you that you get life for murder, and they're killing your children as we speak, which is another story too. When people ask, how is it could be millions of children missing all in the same month, or millions of women missing all in the same month? And mind you, these are mainly, if not all, Negro and happy-headed people who are missing it and will never be seen again. And the reason why they can't find you, or the reason why they ain't looking for you, not only because you're nappy-headed, but because those missing people are in high places. So if you think it's just the creep in the parking lot, or just the creep looking out through your window that's out attacking you and kidnapping you, you got another thing coming. Okay? Your missing women and children are in high places. That's why they can't be found, and that's why nobody seems to care, and that's why it's probably not going to stop. They are in high places. And I guess I'll end there, because I'm sure I've already made a video about it, but I guess it's a whole other topic. Yeah, but basically all are criminals. Again, all are criminals, from your judges, from your presidents on down to your regular everyday tax-paying citizens. All are criminals, because all participate with the criminal behaviors of America. They all participate. All participate. And the system that you says, the system is working against me, or system is racist, those are participators, not just through the electronics, it's not just through that number system, it's through the people too. The people keep it alive. It's the people who have to close the door on you and tell you that you can't come in because you don't have the proper attire on. It's the people who are saying, due to protocol, or due to the rules, or due to COVID. It's the people doing that. The people. So the people are part of that system too. You think it's just some invisible monster. No, it's the people. It's that teacher that gave you the F during a test that you didn't even take. It's that police officer that shot you in the back and thought that you were Jamal. It's that judge that gave you life while they're laying up with children. You see what I'm saying? It's the people. You all participate. All of you. Nobody's innocent. Anyway, I hope all are well, hope all are safe. I think I spit everything out as far as stolen property, which is still mind-blowing. If I steal a car right now, that might be easily a felony. And then they're like, well, why would you steal it? They want to know, why would you steal the car? What's the prison sentence? How do I plead? And what do we do from there? Because it's going to be punishment for stealing a car, let alone stealing a whole entire country. And mind you, I didn't just steal the country. You have to kill people off. You got to lie to them. You got to brainwash them. You got to train them. Like I say, that's centuries worth of conditioning to the point now where you see some Negroes, whether they're from America or not, they'll bow down to the abuse. Like, okay, well, damn, I know I don't stand a chance. I don't plan on fighting the abuse. So I'm going to basically go into a, what do they call it, Stockholm Syndrome? That's basically like, well, I know you're abusing me, but this is all I know, or I see this as love, or whatever it is. So basically, the Stockholm Syndrome starts to kick in. Where's the compensation for that? Because they call themselves having compensations for if you have mental illness or if you're disabled or something like that. But that's maybe like a few dollars. You get a few dollars for being disabled or a few dollars for being mentally challenged. But what about centuries worth of mentally challenged? Like, okay, maybe I was just born mentally challenged, or maybe I just became mentally challenged after a car accident. But what about the centuries worth of damage? Like I say, they don't plan on addressing these issues, because when they do, that means you'll have to hand over the keys back to me. And just even saying that or thinking about that, they're like, oh, please, like, we'll go ahead and crash and burn like we were planning on doing. You see what I'm saying? They will crash and burn before they do the right thing a little bit. And like I say, that's called a criminal mind, and that's called being a demon, which is, shouldn't be surprising, but that's basically what's happening. Like you have one side that's good, one side that's bad, one side that are criminals, and one side that are the victims. And the criminals are going to stay in their criminal position. They're not going to say, well, we're going to just do the right thing. And no, what they're going to do is hand over the torch to the Asians and then let them be the new slave owners. And then you just hope and pray you survive. Yeah, because with them, they're just, those are the ones buying up all the farmland too, by the way. I don't know who's buying up all the real estate. I don't know if that's Bill Gates of hell. But Bill Gates of hell have teamed up with the Asians to buy up all the farmland. So that means you can kiss those crops goodbye. And that's another separate video too that I wanted to speak on as far as black farmers, but that's a whole other topic as well. But you have these nasty, dirty ass billionaires coming in, and they're buying up all of the trinkets that you need. Like I say, your land and your property, your farms and your crops, your other supplies, and basically other things that you should be doing. So and like meat plants. So basically all of the things that you should have been doing or you should be doing to be independent, all of that independence is getting ripped out from up under your feet because you're in a stolen country ran by criminals. But I guess that's the short and sweet of it. But I will return with a different topic. Like I said, I have a whole mouthful with different topics, and I believe I got everything out as far as the stolen property. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like I said, we were stolen. It's like only thing they tell you is like, okay, you were stolen from Africa. But when I was stolen from Africa, what was I doing before I became Cardi Bitch and Sexy Red? What was I doing before I became a thug? What the hell was I doing before I came too dumb for repair? And that's the part that they're leaving out. What the was I doing before I was too dumb for repair, and before everyone became complicit and okay and content with my demise? What the F was I doing before then? And why is everyone okay with my demise? You see what I'm saying? Why am I the only one who cannot be compensated or must not be compensated? You see what I'm saying? So that's the $1 million and $1 billion and $1 trillion, few $1 trillion question. What the F was I doing before captivity, and why the F is it not being repaired? I need to be put back in my rightful position. Yeah, but anyway, I think I said on as far as that topic. But be well and be safe.